I need water directly in the back. I need chainsaw manpower ASAP.
Only one way in and one way out. That was the reality for emergency crews the night of the Richmond Hill explosion. Our Call 6 investigators found neighborhoods all over central Indiana with limited access, which creates big challenges for crews who need to get to your family. Call 6 investigator Kara Kinney now with what you can do whether you live in one of those neighborhoods or not.
The night a house exploded in Richmond Hill, emergency crews had a challenge on their hands.
We got a man trapped in the back. We need the hoses back here now to protect him so we get him out.
Many emergency responders and only one entrance and one exit.
I've got at least 3 houses, but access is going to be an issue here.
Richmond Hill is one of hundreds of neighborhoods in central Indiana with only one way in and one way out. Captain Mike Pruitt knows of at least 20 in Wayne Township alone, including Park Estates North.
This is one of our additions here off of 21st Street in Wayne Township, and this addition has one way in, one way out.
Are these types of neighborhoods a concern to you?
They absolutely are, and we try to identify these neighborhoods, keep everybody informed of what's going on with them.
Pruitt says neighborhoods with only one entrance and exit create problems for emergency crews getting in and out, as well as homeowners.
We do run into individuals sometimes who feel like maybe them needing to get to work is more important than maybe their neighbor's house burning down.
Why are these setups even allowed? It depends. The Call 6 investigators did some digging and found zoning laws vary greatly depending on how many homes are in your neighborhood and which city or town you live in. For example, in Avon, a small subdivision with less than 50 lots can have 1 street access. Mid-sized subdivisions have to have 2 street accesses, and large developments have to have at least 3 ins and outs.
What would be a good setup?
Well, lots of room, and when we look at lots of rooms, obviously the more accesses, the better off we are in getting emergency vehicles in and out.
In other words, wide streets and cul-de-sacs are a big help too. Dead ends, not so much. Emergency crews plan for the worst, whether the disaster natural or man-made. The state fire marshal says it's important for families to also develop a plan of action.
For anyone who lives in a neighborhood, no matter how many entrances it is, it's important for that family to develop their own plan. A plan that will be able to sustain themselves for up to 72 hours with water, non-perishable foods, medications.
Bobby McDonald lives in Thornridge, an Avon subdivision with only one way in and one way out.
I like it. It keeps this area back here quiet because you don't have near the traffic coming in and out.
The ex-military man also stays prepared for the unexpected, stockpiling days' worth of water and food.
And this one is Sloppy Joe's.
McDonald also keeps his neighbors' phone numbers and has a plan if he needs to evacuate.
You can cut through right between these houses and get out to the highway.
Firefighters say if there's a fire in your neighborhood and they're blocking you, be patient.
And no matter how many exits your neighborhood has, one final thing to remember. If you're parking on a street, avoid parking directly across from another car. That'll make it easier for fire crews to get in if they need to. Kara Kinney, RTV6.
The Indiana Department of Homeland Security has a checklist on their website for you to get your family ready for a disaster. We have also put a link on our website, theindychannel.com.